Yo, 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 welcome to the Big Three podcast. This is Neptune, joined by my three
This is your
brothers.
boy Hades from the underworld. I'm also known as Pluto.
This is
And
Jupiter, king, king of
King,
heaven.
King
King
of
of
Heaven.
heaven? Don't you mean Olympus?
Yeah, but that's in heaven.
Uh-huh. It's
Oh,
on a
wow.
mountain, not in heaven. Calm your godliness here.
I'm sorry, my
Well,
ego's
thanks
so
for
big,
calling
and
me up here,
speaking of
guys.
big things, the
I
sky
don't
is
get
really
much
big.
business down up in the
And
underworld.
we're going to start off this podcast with a fight. Yay!
Wait. I was gonna introduce myself a little bit more. I don't get much. I was gonna say I don't get much business down in the underworld, and really appreciate that you guys have called me up here to talk about some stuff so I could get my mind out of the
we
mortals. All right.
didn't call you to participate. We really called you to just listen, but
Listen
okay.
to what? I thought a podcast required all members to talk. So yeah, come on.
Okay.
I
No,
kind of wanted to get involved a little bit more with the upper shores, you know. Thanks for that. Last time I got someone came down to the underworld for me was Orpheus, and he wanted his wife back. So just
listen,
putting it out there for y'all mortals.
you're just sore
Anyways,
you had a
so what was
kid.
this first topic that we're supposed to talk about, Neptune?
You're just sore that you had to kidnap a woman to marry her.
No, I'm not. Look, she is
Listen,
happy down here, and we
listen,
are both happy.
you
Uh, I'm glad you guys called me up during the spring when she was with her mother, so I didn't have to leave her alone for a little bit.
Isn't like the
yeah,
only
right.
reason she's even with you still is because you made her eat a fruit?
Yeah.
I didn't make her eat any fruit, okay? She ate it herself. She chose her life down here, and I think she is happy. She has not
Kind
said
of
anything.
forced her to eat it.
I did not force her to eat anything. Right? I said, come down here. Look, I'm kind of
Oh,
bored. We got some games and
I
stuff,
didn't
but
know pomegranates were called anything now.
no, pomegranates are where it's at. Okay, she gets an unlimited supply of them, though. And
That must be sickening.
it's
Horrible.
not. It's actually great. We have the best pomegranates. No one else's pomegranates can are as good as mine. So you can just pomegranate off. All right.
And she must be constantly woken up by
Look,
that
look,
dumb
look. You guys
bird.
keep on getting me on me about my one wife, the one wife I've had for hundreds of years. But you at least Jupiter, I don't know where he is with these women. I mean, coming to women as like hawks and golden showers.
I'm all over the place with women. In fact, I gotta go meet a lady real quickly.
Oh my
Might
gosh,
have to leave soon.
you get so much action. You have a wife. Come on.
Hey,
Still sore that you had a
uh,
kid when
it's
just to
not
be
my
with her.
fault. I'm kind of married to my sister. I really don't have a
Yeah,
choice.
but your sister's the goddess of marriage, and you're over here forsaking that constantly, having kids that crazy kids. Heracles guy, ooh, that was a mess.
He wasn't crazy. He was just
He
stupid.
killed his wives, or one of his
Listen,
wives. He went
Jupiter.
crazy, murdered his children. And he became a god. How do you let somebody like that become a god? So disappointed in you guys, or in at least you, Jupiter. Well, I'm disappointed in Pluto. Not Pluto. That's me. In Poseidon too. You
Oh
know
yeah.
why?
Come on.
He's got this drama over here with Athena all the time.
Oh
Now
yeah.
we got a
No,
Gorgon.
let
When
me
And
she beat you
explain.
out for a
Let me
city.
explain. Everybody's always talking about Athena's side of the story. Listen, this is what happened. Well, this is what, okay, first of all, there was a city that kind of came up, right? And
yeah,
they all wanted to name their city after me. I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
perfect. I can present you guys with a
Hmm.
gift, and you'd be like, yay, you'll worship me. So I gave them the most beautiful, beautiful little well. Uh, It was just magnificent. You know,
wrong.
it would have given them eternal life if I actually would have left it, if they would have kept it. And,
Wrong.
But Athena came in and she had to ruin it. She presented what did she give him? She gave him a tree. Why would you name your
Hey. The tree is
Yeah.
more important. They live next to water. What? Oh, I'm gonna give him more water. Nah, that
They're-
tree was important.
They're lucky I didn't send a tsunami after them.
You might as well have.
Why is that stupid tree so important to him? I mean, it's just
better
a
than
tree.
water. It's better
Kind of a
than
new
giving
plant
them more of what
entirely.
they came there for.
Jupiter, can you tell that brain tumor of a daughter of yours just to chill out? She's a little uptight.
Hey,
Yeah, she kind of did come out of your head for it.
I mean,
I don't know what happened with that, but like, at
maybe,
least
maybe I
it's
was
better
thinking
than
too
how
much.
Aphrodite came about. But
No, I'm not done. Let me finish. There was this other instance too, though, where
yeah,
I was having a little thing with a pretty woman, and things were starting to hit off, and then she ruined it. She got jealous and she was like, nah. What'd she do? She
talking
turned.
about Medusa.
She is now certain.
Look,
she's-
Medusa is a wonderful woman. Okay, you know she's related to my dog Cerberus, who's a sweet dog. He's the best dog.
like
He's
that.
a
No one
sweet
else's
dog.
dog is as my dog.
I mean,
Wow.
so
Uh,
sweet. He's kind of covered
No,
in
we
snakes.
we've read all of the dogs from my kingdom from down
Did he
in
die?
Moody's because my dog is the best dog, and
Like,
now dogs have to register to go down into my kingdom.
how is your dog still alive? Didn't he die at some point or something?
Look, monsters are like fairies. As long as there's belief in them, they come back. Look, I know that Jupiter's boy Heracles went and killed my dog for some reason, some sort of task he had to do. Well, that made me a little upset, but I'm over it because my dog is back. He's the cutest dog, no other dog like him.
I think
He's,
you're getting a little soft. You should have smote that boy right there. Smite the.
I
smite.
can't go into interfere in the workings of man. All I can do is guard over this underworld. I got a lot of power, but I can't go and kill people. I don't got that power.
You don't got that power. You don't seem very powerful anymore. Sorry.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
powerful,
There,
but
what do
I
you do?
couldn't do anything because Heracles was on some sort of task mission that was divine or something, and I like just couldn't do anything about that. You can't just go against the fates, That's just not normal for us guys.
Against the fates. Whatever you
I'm
say.
a very powerful god. I keep all those bad souls, those rapists and murderers. I keep them away.
Away.
It's not all of the souls, but some of those souls, I keep them out. There's a wall between me and them.
How many
And
of
they-
them do you think are related to Jupiter over there?
This is the power
I'd
I
say
have.
probably most of them, and I'd say that's an accomplishment for me, eh?
An accomplishment.
Yeah, Jupiter, just like all of these rapists and murderers, because you are. But that's okay, right? Because
Oh.
I
Okay,
Here's my-
so I have a challenge for you, Jupiter.
No,
Can
Poseidon,
you-
before you spit out your challenge, at least my kids don't turn out with one eye abominations.
Listen,
or with 4 legs and nasty muscles everywhere. I agree with that one. Yeah.
the
At
Cyclops.
least Jupiter's
first off,
kids
they're,
kind
they're
of attractive.
good. They're great. They're great. People, monster things. They're growing up
They're
strong.
ugly, that's what I'll tell you. All they can do is make stuff. They ain't got nothing on anybody.
No, they're growing up strong. They're big. They can lift entire mountains now. And those
Who
horses.
needs
Look at
mountain
what.
lifting? No one needs that.
Okay, well, we can move on to horses. Horses, look at what they can do.
Look,
They're-
horses are only good in the upper shores. I ain't got no horses down here to do nothing.
Sorry.
So I don't get any benefits. Horses actually raise the death rate. I get more people to take care of Thanks to your horses.
At least
Pulling people around who can shoot other people, like
at least
I'm bitter about that.
at least you have more to count yourself to sleep. Speaking of
God,
psych,
don't sleep, young man.
there was this. Remember recently, or not recently? It was like a couple hundred years ago. Remember that war? There was this huge war. What do they call it? It was
Well,
like
I don't really remember anything from the upper shores, but
Trojan.
maybe if there's more people coming down, more traffic down here, then I guess I do.
No, I'm kind of talking to Jupiter here. Jupiter, remember that war?
Well, I think I do.
Okay, so remember, like there was a wooden horse. There was an ambush. There was a lot of killing. Well, do you remember that one? What was it? There was this one boy who was all over.
You should remember that boy. If you're talking about the same boy that I remember, that Odysseus boy.
Odysseus, that's his name.
He was on your seas. How do you not remember him?
Hey, there's
He
a
was
lot of people
in
who-
also Jupiter's
still
because
like
he's just
mad
like
about
Jupiter.
how
like
he
Omicron.
didn't like praise you.
Look, even I've heard of this Odysseus guy.
Hey, it's kind of hard to pay attention to people who don't pay attention to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he fraternized with a lot of them guys, or well, saw a lot of them women, just like Zeus does. But
Well, I have one question.
you know, at least he goes back and respects his wife when he comes back.
I was about to say,
Hey,
well,
at least
wasn't she going to be married off to someone
I got
else?
nothing on that one. That was a good one, man.
That wife of his.
Thank you. I still can't get over the golden shower. How do you impregnate somebody as a golden shower? The world may never know. Can't even ask God that.
Coming out from you. He
What?
actually just left without warning.
Classic.
And took out all of our gear.
Yeah, we had to restart this whole thing. That guy is a piece of work right there.
Where do you even think? Okay, so where could he have gone?
Probably to some woman to, mess around with again. Even though he called me up here to do this podcast thing, he leaves. This guy can't control. Can't keep his pants on.
No. Well, I mean, too bad. I was about to ask him how many women, or if he could name every woman he's probably been with.
I bet he can't.
I don't think he can. Harder challenge. Do you think he can name every descendant of his?
I don't think anyone can. That guy has spread his seeds so far out throughout Rome, Greece, everywhere, man. It makes me kind of sick thinking about it, because I'm related to like all of these people, and then even, and I hate to say it, that Oedipus guy.
Oh man, no, that Oedipus guy. No, but I will have to tell you.
Anyways, that's that Oedipus guy.
There's weird people though than that Oedipus guy. There's weirder things than those mortals.
Like,
oh no. Do you know Bacchus?
the wine guy, right?
A little bit more than the wine guy. So I need to tell you this story. So,
all right.
There was one day where Jupiter came to Olympus and he had this random huge lump on his leg. So apparently he impregnated another woman, of course. Hera got mad, killed the woman, didn't quite make it to the child, and so somehow that child got sewn right into his leg. For months, that thing was just throbbing and moved. It was gross. Then it just sprang up from his leg one day. Ugh. That's not the weirdest part.
Sounds disgusting. Like one of those male seahorses or whatever holding the kid. Ooh.
No, trust me.
So
I've seen some weird stuff in the ocean.
So what's this? What's
birthing
this
seahorses is amongst the tamest, honestly. But no, back to Bacchus. Bacchus. So, you know, you know him as the wine guy. A lot of people know him as the wine guy. He's also the guy who has those cults that kind of tear people apart.
Oh, I think I heard about that a little bit. Some
Do you
people are torn apart by some groups of raving women, some men too.
I bet you if you ask around your souls, they might go into detail about some more of that. No, they would rip
Gross.
apart. They would rip
We don't
apart.
get stuff like that happening down here, but that's kind of because everyone is sad all the time. But
Well, true, but I mean, they would go around ripping apart
you
ripping
know,
victims. I mean,
stuff like that really puts me off. You know, about the upper shores and even down on the lower shores. Through them Tenerian gates and into my domain, sometimes I just don't even feel like a king. I just kind of feel like I'm going through all these motions.
Well, do you know what's one good way to make you feel like a king?
Well, enlighten me.
You need to get yourself a Corona. Thank you,
Corona?
Crown, for sponsoring the Big Three podcast. We might not need it, but it really sure helps a lot knowing that we have a lot of support from
Someone helping us get these podcasts, our thoughts down to the mortal realm. Yeah, that's great. And honestly, could you tell us a little bit more about these Corona crowns? Because that sounds interesting.
So Corona Crown, it's a company, near. You can find them in your nearest forum. They sell a wide variety of Coronas. They have one different combination to choose from now. They're perfect for emperors, kings, chiefs. Heck, if you've won a contest, won a chariot race, won the Olympic Games, maybe. It's perfect for any event such as that. So why don't you go down, find yourself a good Corona.
Any kings, emperors, anyone really that can afford it. Corona crowns for you. They're a very great company because they've got connections with the gods. What more could I say? And they're really helping get our word around to these mortals because from what I've heard, faith is gonna go on Ari. Heard about this one cult or whatever, the Jews, I think the Jews, whatever they worship this Yahweh thing, one God. What kind of blasphemy is this? And then there's even that Jesus guy or whatever who's come around. Losing faith in this thing. So
there's some people who don't believe in gods at all,
and they don't really understand what's going on up here. Really, one God or no gods who's controlling all of this stuff, life and death. The seas, the sky, the underworld.
Listen, they don't understand how stressful it is for us. I have to control all the seas. Jupiter has to control all the air. He's doing kind of a poor job with it, messing around with everyone.
But I mean, he's still got that work for him. He's got that work set up for him. And I've got to rule everyone's dead life. That's like the worst thing ever. But it's a lot of work, and I don't understand how one guy can control this whole thing. And then, so we really need you. Whoever's listening in, whoever believes in us still, we need your faith. We need your worship, and we need you.
Pray to us.
Fight
wars for us.
Because we really appreciate that. We need some people setting these cultists and stuff straight.
Can't have them running around giving us, preaching against us.
Yeah, this isn't some sort of anarchy. We are the gods. We rule over everyone, and then you have these people going around saying, "No, you guys aren't." That's just hard on us. So, we really appreciate those of you who listened to us, who decided to, hear our thoughts, get a little bit closer to the gods that, rule over you. We really wanted to get some of this down to you all, so you could at least understand where we're coming from, because gods and humans, we got no connection, no talking or anything, and then but now at least we got this Corona company helping us out here, getting our word around. I gotta take care of this underworld thing, but
Yeah.
not soon here. I gotta go and
Head
deal
back
with some
to my
business. Any last words for you, Neptune, before we get off, sign off?
I probably should try to figure out where Jupiter went, but
Yeah, that might be a good idea. We can't let things get crazy. Anyways, thanks, mortals, for listening to us. I had really a good time coming up here talking to all my brothers. It's the first time in a few hundred years. I really appreciate your worship.
they worship
It
me
helps a
more,
lot.
to be honest.
And hope you guys understand us a little bit better. We're the three big guys. And so
Three goes.
signing off is Pluto, and
Hades and Jupiter's already gone.
yeah, he left halfway through. Anyways,
See
this
ya.
was the Big Three podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed it.
Done.